Of we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team, just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Score Raiders 7, Tigers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Give them a rose, but they still alive. I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Cause I was a blessed, but no one can feel. Don't know how it feels. I'm wanting to flex and totally chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flip.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 38 yards on the scamper there. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the gun, Kaiser. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game, that they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
This is Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Williams on the stop. No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Bridgewater. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
It's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and
they go play action. Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Bridgewater. That one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
the kick is good.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown and a great on defense.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Play fake. Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. This one's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Henry.
Brings up 2nd.
They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get a...
They'll try to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Gay set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
The 28-yard line.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. Oh, Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before, but didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
26.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and short yardage, Kaiser. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Ballage. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, whip your wings at that, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. The gun, Bridgewater. And once more to Ruggs, this time the catch made. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. This pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 43-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Kaiser on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point. That's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Kaiser. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. He's good. 34 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set to get this drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
At the 36-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Kaiser. That's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
40-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now we're at the 41, second and 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Kaiser, flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. First down, Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They go play action. Kaiser. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On third down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
29-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
71 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Raiders 18.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as an empirical.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser escaping the pressure right. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to see what's up, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me is a
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On third down, Bridgewater. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, fourth down, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Blesson Austin.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps.